This is the LincPlus T3 Android 13 tablet that we recently got our hands on. While we have been mostly using our smartphone for the last couple of years to watch movies and TV shows, we never gave tablets with bigger displays a chance because honestly, there are so many of them out there, mostly belonging to the budget category and often lacking our standards of what an ideal tablet should be like. So will the T3 tab live up to our expectations? Let's put it to the test and find out. As you can see, the tablet comes in a fairly sized box with a handful of spec info printed on the top. Inside the box, we found the tablet itself along with a 20-watt power adapter, a USB-C to C cable, an ejector pin, as well as a user manual depicting how to get started with it. As we will be going through each of the specs anyway, we won't be needing that. First off, the size appears to be just right. With its 10-inch form factor, it strikes a sweet balance between being spacious and portable. And speaking of portability, the slim profile and lightweight nature of this thing really impressed us. We were pleasantly surprised by how light it felt despite its metal body, since it's got that premium vibe without exerting too much weight on the hand. The gunmetal color finish is what caught our eyes initially, and we must say it exudes class and minimalism. It's got this sleek and modern look that fits perfectly with the rest of our gadgets. Getting into the ergonomics, the placement of the power button and volume rockers at the top are just so intuitive. Apart from these, there are a total of 4 speakers on this tablet, 2 on each side followed by USB-C charging port on the right and an SD card slot at the bottom. Lastly, the back camera has a 13-megapixel sensor, whereas the one in the front is an 8-megapixel one. We'll be testing the capture quality for both of these later on in the video. As for the display, the 10.36-inch IPS panel appeared just the right size for content consumption. Whether we were watching Netflix or scrolling through web pages, everything looked clear and vibrant on the screen. The native resolution of 2000 by 1200 kept the text sharp, making reading a breeze, and that 60Hz refresh rate honestly felt smooth. Additionally, the 330 nits brightness was bright enough for most environments without causing any eye strain. We spent hours binge watching shows without any discomfort. Under the hood, the tablet is rocking a MediaTek MT8781 octa-core processor paired with 8GB of RAM. Consequently, multitasking felt snappy and apps opened up pretty quickly. As for the storage, it's got 128GB of UFS 2.2, which were enough for most of our files and media. Plus, the microSD slot allowed us to expand it to a whopping 512GB, letting us install a handful of storage-demanding games. When it comes to wireless connectivity, this tablet did not disappoint. Both 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz options ensured a stable network connection, and Bluetooth 5.2 kept our wireless headset synced up without any kind of hiccups. We also want to mention the 7000 mAh battery, which felt plentiful for daily usage, but to give you an idea, here are some tests that we have performed. We kicked things off with a video marathon, so we decided to play high-definition 1440p videos on a loop for 4 hours straight, with the screen brightness set to 50%. The tablet's stunning display made the videos look crisp, but we wanted to see how the 7000 mAh battery would hold up. It managed to impress us by only consuming around 20% of the battery during this test. Not bad, right? As a gaming enthusiast, this one was exciting. We launched Genshin Impact and played it for a solid 2 hours, keeping the refresh rate at 60Hz. The 8GB of RAM really came in handy for smooth gameplay. After this session, the battery took a bit of a hit, using up around 25% of its juice. Considering the fun we had, we think it's a fair trade-off. Apart from that, we spent 3 hours reading ebooks at a comfortable level of brightness. The 1440p display made the text sharp and easy on the eyes. The battery barely budged during this time, using up only about 10%, so you can immerse yourself in your favorite novels without having to worry about charging constantly. And when the battery ran out, well, we weren't paying attention to it, the USB-C PD port enabled us to juice it up completely in about an hour. We gotta admit that having fast charging on this tablet did make a lot of difference. But what about the camera? The first thing we tried was taking some selfies with the 8-megapixel front camera. We snapped a few shots outdoors with natural lighting and some indoors with artificial light. The front camera had a decent level of sharpness and clarity. Next, we took a stroll to a nearby park to capture some beautiful scenery using the 13-megapixel rear camera. We gotta admit, we were a bit skeptical at first, as sometimes tablet cameras do not deliver the same quality as smartphone cameras, but it proved us wrong. The rear camera did an impressive job of capturing the lush greenery and vibrant flowers. The images were sharp and the colors were vibrant. It's safe to say that we won't be underestimating tablet cameras anymore, but under low lighting conditions, it did struggle a bit. Now onto some speaker tests, and to test them out, we binge watched some movies and TV shows. The sound was clear and loud enough to fill the whole room. With two speakers on each side, it felt like the actions were coming from different directions, which was pretty impressive for a tablet. The action sounds on Genshin Impact were pretty clear as well, and we noticed minimal levels of distortion. So yes, the LincPlus T3 tablet did live up to our expectations. The performance was up to the mark, and we really enjoyed gaming on the 60Hz display. As far as budget tablets go, this one did a solid job. So if you're planning on trying out an Android tablet, be sure to give this one a shot.